Why do we often care too much about what others think? Have you ever felt anxious or preoccupied with what others think of you? Have you ever changed the way you dress, speak, or even your dreams just to please someone else? If so, don't worry, you are not alone. In fact, caring about how others perceive us is part of human instinct, but if not managed well, it can cause you to lose yourself, lose your freedom, and always feel under pressure. So, why do we care too much? How can we overcome this and live a freer life? Let's explore. The human brain is hardwired to care about others. Since the dawn of time, humans have lived in groups for survival. If rejected by society, you might be left hungry, attacked by wild animals, or have no one to help you when in danger. This led the human brain to develop a mechanism that constantly seeks acceptance from the community to ensure safety. Neuroscientists have discovered that when you are criticized or rejected, the area of your brain that processes physical pain, the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, is also activated. This means that being judged can actually cause you real pain, just like when you get hurt. Have you ever felt nervous speaking in front of a crowd? That rapid heartbeat, sweating, and tension, that's how your body reacts to the fear of being judged. Your brain is sending a warning signal: be careful. If I get laughed at, I might be excluded from the group. It's important to realize that this is simply an old survival mechanism. Today, being disliked by someone will not kill you. When you feel anxious, remind yourself, I'll be fine, even if I'm judged. The spotlight syndrome: we think we're more important than we actually are. Here's a shocking truth: no one cares about you as much as you think. We tend to believe that everyone is constantly watching and judging us, but in reality, everyone is busy with their own lives. Psychologists once asked a group of students to wear a horribly ugly t-shirt and walk into a room full of strangers. Then they asked the people in the room, "Do you remember that t-shirt?" Most people didn't even notice the difference. You might think that everyone is judging the way you dress, how you speak, or even the smallest actions you make. But the truth is, everyone is busy worrying about themselves. Whenever you feel anxious, ask yourself, does this person really care about me? 1 week from now, 1 month from now, will they even remember this? 99% of the time, the answer is no. Fear of being judged: we want to be accepted. Have you ever felt scared when doing something different? Have you ever hidden your interests just because you were worried that others wouldn't agree? We tend to equate social acceptance with self-worth. If others like us, it means we are valuable. If they don't, it means we are inferior. But this is completely wrong. Many people hide their talents and dreams because they are afraid of being judged. People who want to start a YouTube channel but are afraid of criticism. People who love fashion but are hesitant to try new styles. People who want to start a business but fear being looked down upon. However, the unfortunate truth is, you can spend your whole life trying to please others, but in the end, you'll realize no one really cares. Accept that you can't please everyone. No matter what you do, there will always be someone who doesn't like you. Ask yourself, does this really matter? If it won't affect you in the next 5 years, don't let it bother you. Spend time with the people who truly matter. Don't let the opinions of strangers decide your happiness. How to stop caring too much. If you want to live more freely, worry less, try applying the following strategies. Practice 5x5 thinking. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't let it bother you for more than 5 minutes. Remember that everyone has their own problems. No one is spending all day thinking about you. Focus on what you can control. You can't control other people's thoughts, but you can control how you react. Live the way you want. If you keep worrying about others' opinions, you'll live a life that's not your own. We care too much because the human brain is programmed to seek acceptance. The spotlight syndrome makes us think everyone is paying attention to us, but in reality, no one cares as much as we think. Fear of being judged makes us lose ourselves and hold back our potential. Stop worrying about what you can't control and focus on your own life. Have you ever worried about being judged? What did you do to overcome it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The consequences of caring too much: you're unknowingly destroying yourself. Have you ever felt exhausted from constantly worrying about how others perceive you? Do you find yourself always trying to please everyone around you while forgetting about yourself? The truth is, caring too much about what others think not only drains you but also causes you to lose sight of who you really are. In today's video, we will analyze the consequences of caring too much, backed by scientific proof, real-life examples, and how to make a change. 1. You become a prisoner of society. According to research from Stanford University, people who spend too much time worrying about others' judgments have stress and anxiety levels that are 30% higher than the average person. They feel a lack of control in their lives because every decision is based on others' expectations rather than their own desires. You're passionate about painting, but your family says, you can't make money from painting, so you give up your dream to follow a finance career that you don't enjoy. You love a unique fashion style, but because you fear judgment, you end up dressing like everyone else, even though you're uncomfortable. You want to learn to dance, but you're too afraid of your friends teasing you, so you never sign up for the class. Ask yourself, if no one judged me, what would I do? Write down a list of things you want to do for yourself, not for others. Gradually take small steps to regain control of your life. 2. You lose confidence, constantly feel anxious. According to the American Psychological Association, APA, people who constantly worry about others' perceptions have 25% higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which leads to insomnia, decreased concentration, and an increased risk of depression. You spend hours editing photos before posting them on social media because you're afraid you won't appear good enough in the eyes of others. You speak but are always worried, did I say something stupid? So you're constantly hesitant and lack confidence. You're afraid to express your opinions in meetings because you're worried about how your colleagues will judge you. Remember that 99% of people don't care about you as much as you think because they are just as worried about themselves. Focus on your inner value rather than only caring about how others see you. Practice strong thinking. Each time you worry about someone's gaze, ask yourself, will this even matter in 5 years? You miss opportunities, hold back your potential. A LinkedIn survey shows that more than 70% of adults admit to missing out on great opportunities just because they are afraid of being judged. You have an opportunity to advance at work, but you're too afraid to take the challenge because you fear failure. You want to start a business, but you're afraid people will laugh at you if you don't succeed. You like someone, but you don't dare to confess because you fear rejection. Accept that failure is a part of success. Most successful people have been ridiculed or failed before achieving something great. Follow the act first, think later principle. Do what you want without overthinking other people's opinions. You live in comparison, are never truly satisfied with yourself. According to a study by the University of California, people who spend more time on social media have 40% lower life satisfaction because they constantly compare themselves to others. You see your friends traveling, buying houses, and cars on social media and feel like you're falling behind. You see a colleague getting praised by the boss and start feeling like you're not good enough. You see someone with a great body and feel insecure about your own appearance. Remember that social media is just the surface of life. No one posts about their bad moments. Focus on your own journey instead of comparing yourself to others. Practice gratitude every day. Write down 3 things you are grateful for about yourself. You are never truly happy. A study from Yale University shows that people who are too concerned about others' thoughts tend to feel 35% less happy than those with a free-thinking mindset. You always try to appear cheerful in front of others, even though you feel exhausted inside. You chase society's standards but still feel empty. You try to become the version others want instead of being true to yourself. True happiness comes from within, not from the approval of others. Do what makes you happy instead of trying to please others. Stop seeking validation from the outside. You are already enough. Only when you stop caring too much will you truly live. The truth is, you cannot control what others think, but you can control how you react. When you stop worrying about things that don't matter, you'll have more time to pursue your dreams, love yourself, and live a meaningful life. How to stop caring and live stronger. Have you ever felt like you're constantly worried about how others perceive you? Are you afraid of being judged, ridiculed, or feel pressured to please everyone? If you're facing this, don't worry. In this video, I'll help you understand the reasons behind it, provide real-life examples, and share many strategies to help you stop caring and live stronger. 1. Why do we care too much about what others think? According to research by Dr. Daniel Gilbert at Harvard University, the human brain tends to automatically exaggerate the importance of how others perceive us. This is part of our survival instinct, which helped our ancestors fit into society and avoid isolation. Most people are busy with their own lives. They only pay attention to you for a moment before going back to their own issues. Have you ever dropped your phone in the middle of a crowd and felt extremely embarrassed? But after a few minutes, no one remembers the incident, except for you. Most of our fears only exist in our minds. When you realize this, you'll worry a lot less. 2. How to stop caring and live stronger. Strategy 1. Change your mindset about yourself. When you're unsure about your own value, you're more easily influenced by the opinions of others. Instead of trying to please everyone, focus on what truly matters to you. Oprah Winfrey was once fired for being unsuitable for television. But she didn't let that discourage her. Instead of worrying about judgment, she continued to pursue her passion and became one of the most influential women in the world. Strategy 2. Build confidence from within. The more confident you are, the less affected you will be by others' words. Write down 5 things you are proud of about yourself every day to foster positive thinking. Try standing in front of a mirror and saying, "I am good enough. I have value. I don't need anyone's approval to feel happy." Strategy 3. Learn to say no. You cannot please everyone, and that is completely normal. Practice saying no to things that don't serve your goals. Try saying no to a small request that you really don't want to fulfill. Observe if the worst-case scenario happens. Usually, nothing serious happens. Strategy 4. Confront your fears. One effective way to stop fearing is to face it. Try putting yourself in situations that make you anxious and gradually adapt to them. If you're afraid of speaking in public, start by speaking in front of a mirror. Then, try sharing an opinion in a small group. Gradually, you will feel more confident. Strategy 5. Learn to ignore negative opinions. Remember that those who judge you are often the ones who can't do more than you. Successful people don't have time to criticize others. Cristiano Ronaldo was once mocked for being talentless when he started his career. If he had cared about those comments, would he have become a football legend? Strategy 6. Focus on what you can control. You can't control the thoughts of others, but you can control how you respond. Spend your time doing things that matter instead of worrying about what you cannot change. Instead of worrying about what others think of you, focus on developing your skills, building quality relationships, and pursuing your goals. Strategy 7. Create a positive environment. If you're always around negative people, you'll easily be influenced by their thoughts. Seek out those who inspire and uplift you, instead of those who always bring you down. Write down 5 people who have a significant influence on your life. Do they make you feel better or worse? If someone consistently makes you feel negative, it might be time to keep your distance. What you need to do today. 1. Realize that most people don't actually care about you as much as you think. 2. Focus on developing your self-worth, rather than worrying about the opinions of others. 3. Learn to say no to things that don't matter. 4. Face your fears and build your confidence every day. 5. Ignore unconstructive criticism. 6. Focus on what you can control. 7. Build a positive environment to grow yourself. In the next 24 hours, try to ignore something that worries you but isn't really important. Then, come back here and share your experience in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can grow stronger together every day. Let's live stronger and freer every day.